Let's talk about taking the family to Italy over Christmas. That was incredible. I mean, from your perspective, I know that you loved it. The kids loved it. Let me just brief everybody out there. On my father's side of the family, as well as my mom's, we're from a small little hamlet in Italy called San Barbato in Monalcazati, which is in the Avellino region, a little east of Naples, to give you a perspective. And I always heard that there were lots of Zara relatives out there. That's my maiden name, my dad's name. So about a month and a half ago, I started looking them up with the aid of a relative in New Jersey. And I found a whole slew of them. So we booked tickets and we went over Christmas and they welcomed us with open arms. The minute I saw them all, and there were a lot of them, it's like I knew them my whole life. Weren't they just tremendous, generous, kind?
That was a weird sensation that you meet 25 people and most of them didn't speak English, and you did feel like you knew them forever.
Yeah, thank God for Google Translate. I mean, we were talking in here, and they were just fun people. Weren't they just a lot of fun?
Yeah, because I think only 2 of the 25 spoke some English, and one of them spoke Spanish.
Right, and our middle son speaks Spanish, so he was translating for us, right?
But for the most part, we were using Google Translate.
Yeah.
And but they were so warm and generous. I mean, they fed us food and wine from morning to night.
And they have their own winery, Zara Winery.
Yeah.
They have a market that they have there, a lovely market with the prosciutto and the cheeses and
olive trees. They make their own olive oil, their own wine.
Yeah.
And the tremendous amount of food. It was like on a conveyor belt. It just kept coming and coming, and you didn't even see them make it.
And one cousin was a police commissioner, police chief.
Yes.
So he sort of had the ins to get us anywhere. There would be a church that was closed. All of a sudden it would open up, right?
He called in all the favors.
He did. They were so generous and so kind. But the thing is, they were loving. They were just such joyous people. They were happy to have us there. I miss them so much. Do we have any pictures, Eric, that we've been showing? Yeah, I mean, They have a really relaxed lifestyle. Yeah.
I mean, they do well because of all their businesses, and they've had family land for many, many decades, and they live out in the countryside.
And the nearest city was Avellino, which was really fun. I mean, our one cousins took us one night to a pub out in Avellino. That was fun. We just had a blast. Fantastic Italian dinners at restaurants and at home. Right, no matter where we went, there was food everywhere. Homemade too, even the little cookies. Remember?
And they love to pour wine 2 in the afternoon.
Well, that goes without saying. I mean, so much of Europe does that. The Mediterranean lifestyle, you know that.
Yeah, and they're all fit. They look healthy. They eat like crazy.
What impression did it leave you, though? Because I'll tell you mine before I let you go.
There's something magical when you meet people who are family, even if you don't know them. Even if you're 6,000 miles apart, decades apart in age. If you, at least in Italy, you tell them you're family, then you've been there forever.
But I really felt like I knew these people, and I never even knew of them until 2 months ago.
Well, there must be something like genetic recognition.
I feel that way. I feel like there's genetic memory. Plus, we look a lot alike, too.
Yes.
There's a couple of those cousins, we look alike, which was crazy.
Same faces were all over the place.
But they presented us with wine and with cheese and with books about the region and pictures
of your family.
Photos of my grandfather and father that I never had. So thank you so much to the Zara family, all of the Zaras actually, and the De Benedictis family. That's my mom's side. We tried to locate them in the nearby town of Monalcazati. We got a little far, but we're going to have to go back and figure that one out.
That's the next mission.
That's the next mission. So I implore all of you, anybody out there, if you can, a lot of people start with Ancestry.com. That's a great place to start. In this case, I just started with one relative. But it's a great feeling to find people that you didn't even realize that you're related to. And just a great way to end 2018 and a really wonderful way to begin 2019. So
it was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to our first show here at Deborah Kobylt Live for 2019. And we will see you next time. John and Ken show on KFI AM 640. Everybody listen. And you can also listen online, the iHeartRadio app. Bye-bye.